Okay, the wing is on. We've put bonding in between the fiberglass panel and the existing aluminium panel, and as you can see, we've used rivets. They are purely there to hold the fiberglass panel in place while the bonding agent goes off, as obviously are the clamps and that. Once they've gone off, then we basically just take out the head and skim a filler over top, and you wouldn't know there was a join there. This will then go off for the weekend. When we come in on Monday morning, we should have a fully bonded wing. Yeah, anyway, that's us done for the week. Hope you have a good weekend and catch you on Monday. Toodaloo. Well, it's been quite a long day on this, but as you see, we've now got this 99.9% where we need it. What we've actually had to do, you can see here, is thin out the edge and basically chamfer inwards of the fiberglass, and then we've also had to do the same with the actual aluminium panel, because then once the two are bonded together, there's virtually no lip there at all, so we won't need that much filler and it'll look much better. So as you see, there's all holes in the panels, so they will have holes drilled in because we need to rivet it on while the bonding agent goes off. So we've actually used some clamps as well in places. So yeah, we're just on the last fettling now. There's a few little bits and bobs that we've got to fine tune before we glue it on. But already, if I can get far enough back, you can kind of see how it's going to look. And here we have rivet. Here we have Darren with a rivet.
Rivet.
So, yeah, as I said, hopefully Friday afternoon we should get this bonded and riveted on, and it'll have the whole of the weekend to dry. So, yeah, once we've got that far, I'll do another little update. Right. Bye for now. So continuing on with the passenger side, what we've done here is there was actually a flange here. As you see, this is all aluminium, and it looks like it was actually almost like riveted into place with some sealer inside. So I've stripped the old this is what remains of the flange. So basically I ground it down and then with a pair of pliers just rolled it back like the tin on a corn, or the release on a corned beef tin. So that means now we've got a nice flush smooth area that we can bond the underside of this panel to. And carrying on along here, it will also bond to here, bond to the original wheel arch. The more of the original sort of material we can leave on, the better, because it just makes it stronger. So the next job is along here. Now this alley is about 2 mil thick. We've got to recess that somehow, probably with a sander, so that when we put the fiberglass panel on, that then sits flush with here. And the reason we're doing it down here is we've got a swage line here. We really don't want to touch that. So this is going to be the area where it's going to be bonded on, and then we'll need the smallest amount of filler to actually hide where the joint is. And around here we'll just have to smooth this around because we need to blend the two panels in. But that's a fiddly job, but yeah, starting to come together. Woohoo! God.
So anyone who thinks putting a body kit on is just Alright, so that's loose there. That's loose there. So it's literally just. Aha, right. There.
So just to kind of to show you what you want.
Blade. Blah, blah, blah.
Still wrong.
That one.
So this car is put together and all the extremities are plastic. This is all plastic, this is plastic, this is plastic. Obviously the outside's plastic, but the wheel arch is plastic too. That's plastic. So even some of the strengthening and inside is all plastic as well. I guess somewhere we would get to metal, but yeah. So obviously this is some kind of, it's been bonded on.
Yeah, which we can use that.
So we can actually use that to strengthen the wing when we're fitting it. So yeah, back in a little while. Yeah, probably that'll help as well.
Frosty the Snowman.
Don't know whether you guys can see, but we've actually got all this fine particles flowing around in here now. So yeah, we've both got respirators on.
I've never seen shiny plastic.
So this, it looks like aluminium, but it's definitely plastic.
Oh, this is coated with something.
Yeah. Yeah, so then as you see, look, for once, a Mercedes with no rust in it. Woohoo! So you start to see how they've put this thing together. Glue. And more glue, some rivets, and they've actually spot welded the plastic as well, which is a really neat idea. So, yeah. Anyway, enough for the moment. We'll be back a little later. So we've made a bit of a discovery. This isn't all plastic as we thought. It's aluminium. But it's been treated some way that it's almost got like, I don't know, it seems like a plastic coating on somehow. But it would appear all this is aluminium. And when we took...
So technically it's paluminium.
Paluminium, yeah. So it would explain the silver edge to all this. And when we drop this piece, that's not plastic. So, yeah, it doesn't really change much. We're still slowly peeling it away till we get to a point where we can kind of fit the new wing properly. And then we're going to have to recess along here, this edge here, and the front edge by the door, so that the new panel will then sit flush with the existing panels. So yeah, we're going to keep cutting.
Another little section there.
So gradually we're starting to remove.
Through that. See, it's close-ish, but it's not on it.
Yeah. So these plastic panels are actually quite thick. They're like a good 2 millimeters, obviously for strength. So it does actually take a little bit even to get through them.
Right. Okay.
So what we're doing now is gradually taking bits of this out.
And if you want to have a look in there, This is why we take it
So-
out a bit.
Then,
There's a
I
bracket
see.
holding it on there.
So, yeah, so we have to be careful about how we take it apart.
Because when we bond the new one on,
Yeah.
we can utilise that bracket to hold it in place.
That's it. Awesome.
So, looks like it's held on with foam and glue.
Cool. Okay, I'll be back in a little while.
Let's hold that.
Good morning, everyone. So, we're about to make the first incision. It's really interesting how this Merc is put together, because all of this and this and this and this is all plastic, but they've actually spot welded the different sections of plastic together. So what we've got to do to fit the extended arch to this is basically cut inside this masking tape line to get rid of the main part of this panel, and all the way down here, and then carefully remove these spot welds so we can then split this flange off, and the same underneath here and the same round the wheel arch, so we can put the new fiberglass arch on. So yes, wish us luck.
Should we put it up quick?
Yeah, put it on.
Which one is it?
That one there. Yeah, that's it, yeah. So I won't show Darren because he's only got a face for radio.
Beauty's in the eye of the beholder.
Yeah. Come on, get the wing
Oh,
on.
shush.
Stop fannying around.
Right, so.
So that wing will basically bond onto there, like so. And as you see, look at that lovely big wheel arch. So yeah, but first we've got to get the old one out of the way. But we do need to leave part of the old one so that we can actually bond this panel to the original up here. So yeah, we'll be back in a little while once we've had the angle grinder going. Bye for now.
And that's just to make it fit flush. Right, I've cut most of the other side out. Now, knowing, luckily, stripping the boot out and having a look, if you ever get to do one, start at the front, do a little section like we did on the other, because when you get to the other end, you have all of that. And you don't want to cut through any of that. So yes, this is also a good time to check the automatic boot open and close. And that's just to make it fit flush. So yeah, after we took our time on the other side, learning how and what to do, this whole side has been taken off in 5 minutes.
You hooligan.
I am a hooligan. I am not a hooligan. I am a Neanderthal. There's a difference. Right, I've cut most of the other side out. Now, knowing, luckily, stripping the boot out and having a look, if you ever get to do one, start at the front, do a little section like we did on the other, because when you get to the other end, you have all of that. And you don't want to cut through any of that. So yes, this is also a good time to check the automatic boot open and close.